It's your boy, man. It's your boy. Yeah, man. Fell straight into it, man. Fell straight into it. Our chosen ones traumatized. Ask yourself, are you traumatized? I mean, like, every this ain't just to be just to pinpoint stuff out, but every chosen one is traumatized. You feel me? Straight up. Straight up. Cause like you ain't been through shit, you ain't seen shit, you ain't goddamn like been took down through there, bro. You can't be no chosen one. You feel me? Like because like, bro. Cause I kid you not, bro. When you just sit back and think about it, and I know you know, just like I know. But people play with you your whole life, bro. Like through your whole, I'm talking about from your childhood all the way up to your adulthood until now. People really played. People really played on you, bro. Like people really betrayed you. People really, cashed you out. People really, did it bad. You know what I mean? Did you bad, bro? You feel me? The people you was running with, the people, your friends, your family, like, co-workers, you feel me? Teammates. I mean, like, bro. You get done. If you ain't like experiencing that, like, there's no way, you know what I'm saying, you could be just out here like, you feel me, you think that you chosen. Cause once you wake up and you realize that, you know what I mean, cause you'll know straight out strength, you'll know for like, even just getting information from others, or like even getting information from me, like I'm just telling you that, bro, cause like, bro, it's all for a better reasoning. You feel me? It's all this stuff that you went through, going through, is all for a better reason. You know what I'm saying? It's for a better outcome. You know what I mean? I know it hurts. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep going, cause like this is really what's supposed to happen. You feel me? Cause this what God try to install in your head. You feel me? This what God really install in your head when He got His hands on you. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? He gonna try his best to like let you know that. You feel me? Cause like, you feel me? Cause like you can be blind. You can be blind, like just like, cause like, bro, all this shit you going through, all this shit you been through, bro. Like that shit ain't even it wasn't even your fault, bro. It wasn't even you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even your problems, bro. Just think about it. People put all this shit like all on you, bro. At the end of the day, people put all this shit on you. At the end of the day, they just throw you out the dry. You feel me? Like basically like use you as a towel. You know what I mean? And just and just threw you on the rack. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you soaking up all they problems. You soaking up all this shit, like, all the shit that you go through, bro. Like, all the shit you went through in your past, like, this shit was not your fault, bro. Like, straight up. And I know how it gets. I know how it can get, because, like, it gets deep, bro. It get deep, bro. Like, you feel me? I know you probably went through probably more shit than me. Like, you know what I mean? I've been shot. I've been shot more than one time. You know what I mean? I've been, you know what I'm saying, in tough ass situations. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cause I really, you know, I've been out here in this life for, and I experienced a couple of things, like, you know, and it was deadly experiences though, you feel me? You know, I've been manipulated, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, all that, bro. Like, you know, like, bro, it just that, like, you know, some things just ain't, you know, some things just wasn't meant to be, bro. Like, me having sex and shit at an early age, you feel me? Fucking older women, you know what I mean? All that, bro. Like, all that plays a part, you feel me? Into, like, you know what I mean? Just all that plays a part, fool. Like, you feel me? Like, being in the streets, running the streets, you know what I mean? But when I realized, though, it's like, it really just wasn't like, it really wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't look at it still into this day into a negative. I ain't think of it as a negative thing, though, because, like, you know, I really thank God, like, for just, like, you know, keep me in that right state of mind to just figure it out. Because, like, bruh, trauma is not no joke, you feel me? Because, like, I'm strictly from the streets anyway, so, like, I been fucked over by closest ones, you feel me? Family, like, all that shit all played a part in my trauma, you feel me? Like, all that, bro, like, certain situations, like, you know, played parts in it, you know what I mean? And, like, and I've been fucked with ever since I was, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been cast out ever since I was a child anyway, you know what I mean? But, like I say, though, you know, I had really got used to it, you know, I could say, though, but don't think that it still don't fuck with me to this day, you feel me? Because, like, you know, it still have replays in my head, like, even when I probably go to sleep at night, you know, it still replays in my head, you feel me? Because, like, I don't know, man, like, trauma just ain't just gonna go away, you feel me? You know what I mean? Because, like, this is part of your growth. I feel like this is part of your growth. At the end of the day, this is part of your growth. You know what I mean? Because, bro, you know what I mean? These people know the spirit you got, you feel me? And, like, or some people just didn't know, you feel me? You know, some people be naive themselves, you feel me? But, like, but one thing was certain, though, they know, like, your differences, though. They know that your light, they know that how you shine, and, like, they know that your ideas, they know, like, people know, like, your growth, and, like, you know, all that, bro, like, all that plays a part. So, like, when I mean, like, all that plays a part, and that just like that, bro. People just don't, you know, people ain't gonna understand and never understand us, you know, they gonna hate before they even love, you know what I mean? They gonna pull that bullshit on you before you even, you know. So you really just can't put your faith in, like, certain things, certain people, you know. You really just gotta move off the strength of God, you know what I mean? You gotta move off your spirit, your intuition, from now on, you know. You feel me? Cause, like, now you realize, man, like, everybody ain't for you, bro. Everybody ain't really for you, bro. Like, everybody ain't for you, bro. Everybody ain't really rocking with you. And that's why I feel like chosen ones need to stick together. Need to come in, go ahead and get together. You feel me? Cause like you gonna know who's who. You feel me? Cause like, bro, people, you can still get people the benefit of the doubt. You still gotta, do your thing. You know what I mean? Regardless, it's still the world out here. But you feel me? But you gotta get with the righteous ones, man. You gotta get around the right people now. You gotta get around the right things now. Like, cause you know better now. You feel me? So you gotta do better. Cause like, you got a higher calling. I mean, that's why it's hard. That's why it's hard for you now. Hard for us now. We got a higher calling. It been that. You know what I'm saying? Since we get out the womb, you know what I mean? That's why you deal with the things you deal with now. Cause like, especially when you step into that spirit and you know how to tap in, you know what I mean? And to all this shit, like, it's powerful, you know what I mean? It's very powerful. And this shit deeper than just like materialistic things, all that, Cause guess what? We can manifest all that. So what I'm saying is though, chosen ones are traumatized, you know what I mean? It's for a good reason, because this is part of your story, bro. This is part of your story. This is part of your story, bro. This is part of your story. So, when you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, now you gotta dig deep. You gotta go back, you know what I mean? You gotta go back in time. You gotta, you feel me? You gotta, get in that spirit, you feel me? And navigate through all this, you feel me? And find the good things out of all this trauma, you feel me? Because like, first of all, it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that deep for real, fool. Cause like, this is for the better. This for the better. Because God always been trying to show you something, for one. Two, I mean, like, there's nothing to even be stressed out about. It ain't nothing to be, mad about. Cause like, we all gotta have to forgive some unforgivable shit. You feel me? But like I say though, this when the growth comes. This when growth gotta come along. You feel me? Along this journey that you on. Because like, as I had to sit by myself and realize, like, I went through this. I went in these situations because I put myself in these situations too. You feel me? Not knowing that, like, okay, I ain't have it all at the moment. You feel me? I ain't have it all at the moment. So guess what? I'm gonna take accountability of that. You feel me? I'm gonna take accountability of my action. You feel me? And like, I'm gonna do better. You feel me? And get in better situations and circumstances. You feel me? Cause it's on the up from here now. It's on the up from here. And so like, and some like, I can't afford a therapist. I can't afford a coach to just coach me through life. I couldn't afford, and I couldn't expect others to, heal my trauma for me. Heal your, you know what I'm saying? And make me feel better about about the shit that I'm going through. Because guess what? I knew one thing though. I knew one thing for a fact. Cause when I come around these motherfuckers, they all feeling good. You know what I'm saying? When I'm happy around this motherfucker, everybody happy. So like, so I already know, like, deep down, and you know what I'm saying, in my mind, I've been here to charge this shit. Like, I've been, you know what I mean, like, on top of this, like, you know what I mean? Cause like, I make everybody feel good. Everybody get lucky around me. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is blessed around me. You know, they get around me, you know. So, like, when I, like, you know, because sometimes, you know, you can be beating yourself down about the shit that you're going through, though. But, like, that shit just ain't, you supposed to be beating that shit up anyway, because, like, it's for the better, you know, it's for the better. You gotta get away from it. You gotta get away from all the bullshit. You gotta get away from all the bullshit. Because, like, all that shit was just doing, just fogging your brain, bro. Fogging your brain for what it is, you know. And God, and that's when I had to be grateful because, like, bro, even though certain things still fogging my brain, I knew I still had God on my side, but I was still out here playing around, though, you feel me? But, like, you know, but when I just, like, think about it, I'm like, damn, God had me in that situation that time. God had me in this situation that time. God showed me this situation, showed me what was going on in this situation that time. So when I got done sat back and, like, thought about all this shit, like, okay, God really been willing me, you feel me? God really been with you feel me? And so, like, when you just, like, realize that, I'm like, dang, okay, you get a little positive thought, you feel me? You get a little positive, you know, the outcome out of that, you feel me? Because, like, you know, everybody don't got this, bro. Everybody don't got this, bro. You know, everybody don't got this heart. Everybody ain't got this mind. You know, everybody ain't got your loyalty. Everybody don't deserve none of that, you know. And, like, and when you was around, when you was around all these people, because, like you around all these negative energies and all these other situations, you feel me? And, like, and, bro, you got your mind on certain things, bro, because, like, it be distractions out here, bro. Like, it be real life distractions, bro. All this shit really be distractions. So when I tell you this, man, like, you feel me? Like, so I couldn't expect nobody, because when I got down and out, everybody left me for dead. Everybody left me for dead, you know what I mean? Like, you know, some people know what you're going through, some people don't, you feel me? But like I say though, when I sat back, I'm like, who the fuck do you think? Like, you know, like, I guess this thought I was gonna take myself out, you feel me? Like, they push you to the side, like, you ain't did shit for them, like, you ain't been down up for them. I said, fuck it though, you know what I'm saying? To hell with them, cause, like, you know, they ain't deserve none of this shit anyway. You know, they ain't deserve you anyway. You the prize, you know. So when I stepped into today, I'm like, wow, you know. And that's when myself start, and that's when I got the chance, for me to start loving on myself, start learning myself, you feel me, and start knowing things, you know what I'm saying, that I'm capable of doing, you feel me, and start doing what I love to do, you know what I mean? And, like, and all this is still part of the journey, all this still part of, like, learning yourself, bro, because, like, I might be in this situation I'm in now, you feel me, but, like, I'm really grateful for this situation at the end of the day, because, like, I'm learning myself, you feel me, I'm healing myself, you feel me, I'm healing myself, you know, I'm alone. No friends, no family calling my phone. You know what I mean? I ain't even tripping out that. I ain't even tripping, bro. I ain't even tripping. I'll go non-contact anyway. You feel me? Like, you know, I'm out the way. But like I say though, this is a newer me, and, like, you know, they can't come back around this newer me. You know, they probably even scared too anyway to come back around. But like I say though, you know, I had to heal myself. I had to, you know, dig deep into my problems, into what I was thinking. Cause, like, it was all in the mind anyway. Cause, like, she might have did me wrong, you know what I mean? He might have fucked me over, but like I say though, they couldn't handle you anyway. I mean, it was to a certain point anyway that like this wasn't gonna last forever anyway, bro. Like, you know, it ain't gonna last forever anyway. You feel me? It's like, cause people really be having their own like, you know, they be having their own like agendas about dealing with you, about having you around, bro. When it comes down to it, bro, that is real, bro. So like, you got all the sauce food in the world. So like, when you think about it, it's like, you know, it can be nerve wracking though. But like I say, bro, people needed you. You feel me? People needed you for like. But then, like when you get back on your 10 and you get back on game, like everybody they run away. They ain't got nothing fucking with you no more. You feel me? So what they tell you, bro? Like motherfucker wasn't real from the get go. You feel me? You gotta go face to face. They weren't real from the get go. Straight up. I mean, we getting older, bro. I mean, we ain't getting younger. You know. People gotta find their own ways, man. Just like you feel me? Like you can't even help them. You feel me? Like you been doing, you been helping them. They gotta help themselves now. You feel me? Cause like you see how they did you, you know. Cause like I couldn't expect them to goddamn heal my trauma. I couldn't afford anything for therapy or none of that. I had to be my own therapist. I had to be my own doctor. You feel me? I had to, you know, get right, you know. So what that tells you, man, like, you know, you gotta be on all 10 out here, man. Like, you're always on all 10, you know. But yeah, man, like, it's probably what other people ain't gonna tell you though, bro. But like, bro, that shit real, bro. Like, this shit real, bro. Like, this shit real, bro. This shit ain't no game. This shit ain't no game, bro. Like, you can be out here screaming at you this and that, bro, but you ain't. That's just like what it's gang shit. That's just like what they're saying you this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it's consequences and everything about this shit. If you ain't about that life, bro, you just ain't about that life, bro. Like, you feel me? You ain't got. Some people ain't got no story about what they doing. You feel me? You know. Cause I wasn't claiming this shit, you know what I mean, and not knowing anything about it. I know plenty of shit about it. I shed blood behind this shit, you feel me? I shed blood behind this shit. So you know that damn well, motherfucker know damn well I was that for real, you feel me? I can't say I ain't, you know. It's like, you know, you out here screaming at you from the Marines or something, you know? And you ain't even from the Marines, you know, you ain't know shit about the Marines, just out here claiming that shit, you know what I mean? And people ain't, and you know, Marines is gonna check that shit, you feel me? The Army gonna check that, Air Force gonna check that shit. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's your, you know, curriculum, you feel me? Like, you know, what's your status, you know? People gonna, you know, so like, when you out here, some people out here screaming they chosen, and all this shit, like this shit a game, cause this a real game. This shit real, dog. This shit ain't no walking apart at all. Like straight up, bro. This shit ain't no walking apart, fool. Like, you know, it's a battle every day. It's a battle every day. For real, it's a battle right now. You feel me? As I'm speaking, shit, like this shit ain't supposed to be easy, bro. Like, you know. This is what molding you. This is what molding you, bro. Like, you feel me? Cause you gonna jump out this bit with no wings, no armor. You gotta build your armor, God. You gotta build all this around you. You gotta build all that. You feel me? You gotta build that aura. You gotta build this godly aura about yourself. That goddess aura about yourself. Cause like that's what's gonna, you know, that's what's gonna have you in the long run. Because if you don't put in the work now and to get out there and knowing, cause like, you know, cause I seen people talking, but they ain't about it, you feel me? Cause like, you know, what you doing that shit for, you feel me? Straight up, bro. It be, you know, people be imposters for real, bro. Like, for real, like, you know, But I don't judge at all, you know. I ain't never really judge at all. But like, if I piece of shit, I'm gonna speak my mind on it, you know. But that's why I'm not like. That's why I'm most hated anyway, though. You feel me? But that's cool though, you know. But you gonna know the difference though. You gonna know the difference though. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be back with another one, man. Just make me a couple videos, man. Just speaking my mind, straight up. Just speaking my mind, straight up. You know what I mean? You get it or you don't. You get it or you don't. You know. I'm doing this for the ones only anyway, you know. So everybody ain't gonna really get this anyway, feel me? So like, you know. But yeah, I'm out, man. I'm gonna be back with another one, man. Stay prayed up, man. Stay blessed, man. Stay on your P's and Q's and keep going, you know what I'm saying? And strive for greatness, man. You got it, you know. Trauma ain't shit, bro. You feel me? This is part of your growth. This is a part of your, you know, this is part of your journey. You know what I mean? You had to go through this. You had to see this. You had to see that. You had to. That's just how God work, bro. That's just how God work, bro. I mean, what's how God work? And that's how you feel me? How it unfolded to you, I mean, that's just how it unfolded to you, you know, and just keep going. You got it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all, you know, went through some shit. We all went through some shit. You know, we all went through some shit. You feel me? But this is part of the story. This is part of your growth. This is part of the calling that's on your name. You feel me? So like, stay positive, man. And cut off all the negative shit, man. You know what to do. Just believe that. You know what to do. You know what to do. But yeah, that was no one. Peace.